Hi. 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 Calm it down. Well, saying is like, no, I bought everything but the ground beef to do sloppy joes. It's the dumbest thing I've ever done, Jared. It's really, I bought buns. I got the fucking manwich. Manwich is on sale. I didn't even go fucking store brand. And one of the dumbest things I've ever done. Hey folks, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. Appreciate you guys checking us out this evening. Oh, baby, 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 baby. It is so good to be back. I hate I missed last week's show. I just got back from New York City, and boy, were my arms tired from carrying all that camera equipment, not from flying. Be stupid. But it was a good time, man. We had some good times up there, and did another trip when I came back. We'll get into all this here on the program show, but yeah. So I did a little New York trip. Went up to do some work with in the Broadway scene. Interviewed a bunch of Broadway folks and shot a bunch of Broadway stuff. But I had that nice airport experience, which I'm such a fucking noob with when it comes to like airports. I never know what the fuck I'm doing. But obviously flying out of Greensboro here local, we flew like local direct. Piece of cake, right? I mean, I've got the media shit on. I've got all this equipment and stuff. And then they didn't hassle me, right? Looking good, smelling good. Thank you, Shane. And I appreciate Bill with bouncing that fucking Prime sub right off that fucking forehead while we were off the air a few minutes ago. Appreciate you, Bill. So anyway, did the airport experience, and not such a great experience at LaGuardia going home. They hassled me like fuck with my equipment and stuff, said my ID and stuff wasn't good enough, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, ultimately, I'm not paying for this, so I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about it and get thrown out of the airport. So give me that bill, and we'll figure it out later. I'll let my bosses figure that out. But yeah, and LaGuardia is such a different airport experience than like Greensboro or Charlotte or Raleigh. I saw this guy in there, right? I'm sitting around people watching. The airport's a great place to people watch. Most of you folks probably know. Also, my cup's probably cooler than yours. But I see this cat in there. Lots of people with laptops in an airport, right? I see this guy with this huge ass, like, legit dope gaming desktop PC. And he's holding it, sitting in the airport. And you know, we're all fucking gamers over here. Like, we like that kind of shit. And I saw it and I was like, man, I can't fucking help. I can't help seeing what this is all about. And so I go over to and I'm like, dude, why do you have this gaming PC in the airport? And the dude was like, well, I brought it up here because my PC wanted to watch its motherboard. Roman Record Night does not necessarily support all comedy that appears on the show. I guess we kind of have to, don't we? Kind of we have to support it. What's up, Rockin' Ronnie? Good to see you, brother. But yeah, folks, it's pissing me off. I'm already getting pissed off. Flip it around. CDL season started today. The boys played, Optic played, they lost. Not super ready to talk about it, but I'm still really glad the season's back. A little crooked. Then again, so am I. Yeah. So again, appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. I was unable to stream last week. Like I've said, we went up to New York and did some work. Had a great time up there. Even though it was for work, I was with a company that I work with quite a bit, do a lot of work for, theatrical event company, and they really show you a good time. So we had some stuff we had to do. We saw 2 Broadway shows. I can't tell you which ones they are because I'm NDA'd out of my fucking mind. But we saw 2 Broadway shows that are going to be coming down here to our local market next year. And we got to interview a bunch of people. And when we did that, we shot in the old TRL studios. You got me remember that Carson Daly show on MTV? We shot in that studio and got some really good food, man. I had the best carbonara I've had in my fucking life. Had some, I had a lobster roll for the first time. And, had a New York slice. I even had what they call barbecue up there. Oh, it was cute. But God bless them. And yeah, I saw the Rockefeller tree, the Rockefeller Center tree, and the shit that Saks Fifth Avenue did. We went to a bar that was entirely like decked out for Christmas. And I mean, Christmas can suck a bag of dicks right now, honestly. But obviously, I'm not really in that fucking mind frame. But it was really cool. The way they had it kind of decked out, it was very cool. So even though it was for work, I really enjoyed it, and I had good company, and we did some fun stuff up there, man. The company was the best, man. It was me and 3 chicks and some cool chicks. We hung out tough, man. I like to have a good time. Total Request Live, yeah. Did it smell like NSYNC? I mean, it smelled a little something like something. It smelled like something. Smelled like something. Reginald. Hey, Bobby Gas, what's going on, brother? Hope you doing all right, Bob. Oh, yeah, man. So yeah, and then I'll keep this kind of fucking short, but so I got back from New York, immediately went down to Fripp Island in South Carolina, which is it's a place where Finn grew up going. Her family's got a house down there, and the house was procured for this week. The kid had already been down there with her fella, and we met up down there, and not something I'd planned on doing so soon. But actually did some fishing, saw the ocean, did some fishing, did quite a bit of fishing. And we hung out, had some good food, and went to a nature preserve, and we saw some lighthouses and all that stuff. And kind of the point, we ended up chunking out some of those fucking ashes down there. We threw out some of Finn's burnt up body down into the ocean, committed her from which she came. And, but did get to do some fishing. And, I ended up catching 2 big ass sharks while I was down there. One the first day that was like a 2.5 foot, like a sand shark, I believe. Could have been a black tip, but I think it's a sand shark. And then the whole point was I wanted to catch 1 fish on Finn's rod. She was real proud of her fishing rod I got her, and she loved to fish. She was a good fisherman. And it kind of got down to the like 0 hour, and I'm like, I'd missed a couple. Fuck, here you are down here, you fucking it up. But it was dark 30, and we'd already reeled everything else in. Everything else was packed up. And I got a hit, and it kind of dropped it. So I was like, I'm gonna make one more cast. I threw that bitch out there, Finn's rod, and literally on the last cast caught another like 2.5 foot hammerhead shark. Which is funny because fin and shark, you know. But anyway, but I did end up catching a fish on her rod, as a, and then the next morning we dumped those fucking ashes, and yeah. So it was a fun time because you always have fun fishing and hanging out with a kid and drinking and having a good time. But you know, it was also it was also a heavy time, so it was kind of mixed bag. Point being, as much fun as I had away for a long time, I was glad to get back here and start doing my normal shit again. You know what I'm saying? Making commercials and coming in and streaming every night, and then coming in and doing record night on Friday night. I was ready for a little more of a normal vibe. And so tonight, it's felt just like that. Just like that, man. It's felt good to come back and do the old record night, even though the studio's a little empty tonight. Sans Jerry. No offense, Jerry. Actually, a little offense, Jerry. But Steve's out combing his beard. Jay's fucking sniffing some dude's thong. I don't know. I'm here by myself in the studio, but I got a special guest lined up. We're gonna try to make it work out. But I'm just gonna bump through some other stuff real quick right off the rip here. You know, one of the things, and I've mentioned this before, and I didn't anticipate, I knew there was going to be some heavy moments on that trip going down to the coast, right? But one thing I didn't anticipate was it was like a 5-hour road trip. That's a lot of time to have some shit fucking rattling around in the old noggin. You know what I'm saying? That ended up being a little tougher than I thought. I didn't think about that. But the one thing that kept me moving and grooving along the way, and I know this is a physical media crowd, this is a physical media channel, 100%, but you're in the car, what the fuck you gonna do? I mean, play CDs, like tapes, whatever. But there is a Grown Man Record Night playlist on Spotify, and I've talked it up before. And I don't listen to it that much, honestly, just because when I'm on Spotify, I'm probably looking up some shit that that's brand new to me. I'm trying to discover some things. That's kind of what I use it for. But in this case, I didn't know what to listen to. I was like, maybe I'll check out some podcasts, blah, blah, blah. But I did. I put on the Grown Man Record Night Spotify playlist, and 5 hours down, 5 hours back, I just let this thing shuffle. And it blew my fucking mind. The mixes that it was coming up with, where you go from like the Melvin to Hank Williams to Wilson Pickett. I mean, just bang in a row, where you're just like, the next song plays and you're like, oh, that's my shit. That's how it was for like all 10 hours. And I'm like, man, this is such a great playlist. I think I only skipped maybe 4 or 5 songs in 10 hours. It was really cool. So if you've not actually, don't do it right. I think it's a command. Boom. Yeah, there's a playlist. If you fuck around with Spotify at all, especially on your mobile devices, whatever, check it out and listen to the kind of mixes that come up on the Grown Man Record Night playlist. It's actually a lot of fun, and especially on a road trip, and especially when you're in mixed company where you're like, oh, I'm a fucking black metal guy. That's all I listen to. But you know, if you got a girl and a kid in the car, or like, you know, like whatever, it's mixed company, as we would say here in the South. Put this on, and I'm telling you, man, it's a great time, man. I did also want to mention coming up, we missed it last year for obvious reasons, but I think the Friday is going to be the 22nd of December. That's going to be the Friday before Christmas for all you mathematicians out there. And we're going to be doing another charity stream for Gamers Outreach. That's the plan. I think the first year we raised like $500. The second year we blew that out of the fucking water. It was like that. How much? Does anybody remember how much we raised on the second one? It was a lot. It was a lot of money. That's when I got that head shaved, wasn't it? Or what did we do for the final? Or was that the first year? What's up, old radios? Bought a 1965 Sony video camera? Holy shit. But anyway, the what was I saying? Fuck. I don't forget what I was saying. Playlist. I don't know. Check out the playlist. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, the charity stream. The charity stream is going to be on the 22nd. We're going to raise some more money for Gamers Outreach. And so we're going to see if we can beat last year's record. And I think what the top prize is going to be this year, we'll do some incentives along the way. When we hit a certain, $300 mark, we'll do this. $500, we'll do this or whatever. I think the ultimate goal is if we hit I don't know what the top goal is going to be. We'll come up with that. We'll whiteboard it out. If we hit that, we're going to do a 24-hour stream that we'll plan ahead. Maybe like MLK weekend or something like that, like close to Christmas, but give ourselves a little time to prepare or whatever and get everybody together. But I think the ultimate goal would be to complete the task, complete the quest and the side quest. Then we trigger that 24-hour stream, which we've kind of toyed with for a long time. But I think maybe this time we actually make it come true. If we can pony up, unless you guys hate fucking kids, and then, whatever. We'll talk about that at your funeral. Hate your fucking kids. Kind of an asshole, hated kids. Especially ones in the hospital. To my special guest, I'm gonna do these some of the stuff that came out today. I'll bring you up before we do what we play. What's up, Wiz? Sonic Youth, we're big Sonic Youth fans here on the program. They've announced that they're going to be coming out with a new reissue of Walls Have Ears. It's a double LP live album that was recorded in '85, and I think it's only been bootlegged up to this point. It's going to be released with the band's approval, and it's scheduled to arrive February 9th via Goofin. I don't know what the fuck Goofin is. But they're going to be bringing that up. I can hear your keyboard, cameraman. I can hear your Keith board. I don't know if you guys are big krautrock guys, but Amandul, which I've grown to kind of love, and they're a band that's like, they're probably not for everybody is. What language did I just speak? I have no idea. But this is a double LP Disaster Lud Norma. It was originally released in '72. And this has got like, it's if you're a krautrock purist, it's one of those albums you really like say, man, this really captured a moment. This is really kind of what it was all about. Now, for a new listener, it's a tough listen. It's out there. It's definitely out there and weird. If you put this on at Thanksgiving Day, the rest of the family is going to look at you like you've lost that fucking mind. So I enjoy it, but beware. It is weird and out there. It's it's kind of a late night vibe. Yeah, sorry, I just got a message. I thought something was fucked up. I wanted to mention, here's an album. This is one of the sort of sleeper albums of the '90s and hasn't got a good reissue in I think the last time may have been 2016, and that wasn't around for a whole bunch of time. You'd prefer an astronaut? They're going to be reissuing all 4 of their albums, and like the band is like really involved in this shit, like making sure it sounds like they want it to sound and all that shit. And it's going to be offered in a pretty nice package. Dick. And that's something I don't think that on CD. That on CD. Dual almond? You trying to dual almond for shrimps? Some shrimps, boy. But yeah, I would kind of like to have this album. You know what I mean? I think Hum was a really underrated band. I mean, they had the you think she took the train to stars. That's a good song. Now, this would be this if I ever create a graphic for this, for Christ's sake. This would be this week's wild card. This is a wild card. I didn't know this band. I saw the name, I saw the typeface, I saw the cover art, and I'm like, okay. Belly, the King record, Fred. I really like Belly's King record. Good album. I think I have that on CD. I think I got it from Columbia House and did not send it back. This is what I'm talking about here, though. Okay, you guys may have Caliuga Express. Caliuga Express. It's a Finnish band. Okay. It says Finnish space travelers join forces with psychedelic guitar maestro Mike Vest. Inspired by classic space rock, driving hypnotic krautrock, and bleak synth soundscapes. Debut album, story ends in a beginnings, light and darkness, whatever. I checked this out today. It's pretty damn cool. I have to say, like, this one was like, it was pretty out there, but in a much more spacey, kind of vibey way compared to like Amandul, where it's like, it was, it just kind of had you in that, when think early Pink Floyd or Hawkwind or like, that kind of vibe. There was some riffage in there too, but not like Sleep or anything like that. But it was just really nice. And I was completely unfamiliar with these guys. Michael familiar until to this afternoon when I checked this out. Caliuga Express, check it out. Books, check them out. Books. Check them out. It's wild to think that the first Belly record easily could have been the second Breeders record. That's got to be quote of the night. Because I don't know if there's ever been a more true statement said on this program than what you just said, brother. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, brother. Keep it a stack. All right, let's see if we can. I'm about to football some people up on the program show. You guys ever footballed people? Can you hear me, football people? Can you hear me, football people? Where's your microphone? I can't hear you. Microphone. You muted it earlier. I heard you type it on your keyboard and then you muted it. We'll come back to it. I don't know if I can hear anything, honestly. Can I hear anything? Yeah, now I hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what were you doing?
No, you did something.
I didn't do anything.
You changed all the settings.
I didn't change anything about anybody.
I've been sitting here watching, and you changed the settings.
No, I was click-clacking. Just trying to figure out why I can't hear the music.
Pretty sure you changed the settings.
There was no click-clacking.
You still hear me?
Yeah. So what's going
Okay.
on? What's going on?
Who, me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There's nothing going on.
All right. I'm just making sure.
I had a little echo there for a second. I think I
Okay.
got it fixed though.
All right. He's so baked. I love it. That's what Fred's. Are you baked? Is that what's going on?
Just finished doing some of that. And
That's.
I've been drinking alcohol as well.
I've got alcohol. We should take a shot. Everybody should take a shot.
Man, I was gonna buy some pop off today and I totally forgot.
Well, you should shotgun a beer then.
I can't shotgun a beer. I've only got one unopened beer left.
What?
I bought a special 6-pack tonight, so
What are you drinking?
I mean not super special, just better than normal. I don't know if you can see that.
A little hoppy,
Yeah.
a little Winston-Salem steez.
Yeah, it's a good beer.
We got some more Winston-Salem steez coming your way later in the program. Stay tuned. That's what we call a deep tease in the business.
I got arrested for that once.
For a deep tease?
Yeah.
Sure. So what? I'm just going to kind of continue on with, you went and got a bunch of records today, didn't you?
Not a bunch. I spent a lot of money on records, but I only got. Oh, hold on a second.
You don't have to show them off yet. We'll pull them up later, but.
I need to go full screen back there.
Sure.
That's my alcove. It's a little different than your alcove, but it's more of a corner than an alcove.
Sure. Wizards on eggnog. What's up, Thumpfinger? Just got off the phone with Carl freaking Thompson, the bass luthier. God damn, boy. How was that? I'll cheers to that.
Hey, I'll cheers to anything.
Hey, yeah, boy. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Yeah, great crowd tonight, man. Lots of moist folks in the house.
I enjoy most of these people. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, while we're just sitting here chilling, we can go through some of our. You got some ideas cooking? Ooh, dude. That's fucking awesome. Let's get a little bit of what we played. All right, my chair is creaking.
Yeah,
better.
no, that chair is
Better
really,
on my.
really,
Better. It's better on my back though.
It's not better on anything.
It's better on my back. Trust me. The other one.
There's nothing good about that chair.
The other one was brutal.
Yeah.
You won't be able to see this very well, but
Who won't, me or the?
yeah, you won't, because the camera. See how the camera fucks up on the. See what you're looking at is like black and white and really super wide and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's camera 2.
correct. That's how I have to like cheat. I have to cheat this by doing that.
Oh,
I don't know
okay,
why
I
this
see.
didn't work with the Metal Theologian. I'm blaming him.
I had to do some adjustment on my side as well.
Yeah, well, this has worked before fine, and then all of a sudden, like, it wasn't. So I don't know. But there is some.
One thing I figured out tonight was I have my gaming headset, but it's got an included mic,
Right.
so I can't plug that in, or else it supersedes my camera mic. So I can't use that. But
Yeah.
these are like Bluetooth headphones that actually can plug in also.
Yeah.
So there's no microphone.
Yeah, I mean, for
So
me,
I can hear, but you can't hear what I'm hearing, so it works for the house mic.
like for me, it would be like, well, I opened up Fortnite and I also opened up Call of Duty, and it doesn't know which microphone to use because it says it's already in use. So I have StreamYard and OBS open at the same time.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's working. I don't want to talk about it. It'll
I
jinx
had
it.
OBS open earlier to like check my levels and setups and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I closed it to make sure that it didn't interfere with what we were doing.
Yeah, I'm doing it both at the same time. But if I do
So
it
right now-
if I do it in the wrong
right now-
order, it doesn't register properly.
Right now I'm all through the browser, although I have music playing in the background.
We got
Right
a
now-
question coming in from Aaron Griffin from Durham, North Carolina. How many cigarettes can cameramen smoke at once?
Ooh, boy, let's see.
What are you smoking?
It appears I have 34 cigarettes right here at my disposal.
That would probably make you sick to your stomach.
Oh wait.
Camel City. More about that later.
Really?
That's two
You got-
teases. That's two teases.
You got a story about that as well?
That's two
Also,
teases.
In addition to?
It's maybe the same story.
Dude, I've got this problem with saying as well. It sounds kind of posh or whatever. Like, oh, well, you as well. But like, I work with a guy that says that a lot, so it's like kind of rubbed off on me.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Like one thing I got from my dad back before he was an asshole was like,
Well, your dad's always been an asshole.
yeah, sure, but like when you're when somebody says, "Hey, how you doing?" You say like, "Good. I hope you are."
Yeah.
The I hope you are. I got that from my dad. Like that's what that reminded me of. I don't know. What's a pack of Camels in North Carolina? What are we talking about? Like $7 nowadays?
No, about $6.
That's pretty. That's cheap. Six is cheap.
Most places have a buy
If
two
you,
get a
okay,
discount,
if you
so
buy
I'll buy
one,
two at a time.
if you buy one pack, how much do they cost?
Yeah, around $7 probably.
$7.50, something like that.
You're $7.50. I'm not.
Correct.
I don't ever go to Canada anymore.
Normally, Norman Nally.
Norman Lear was
when
a
I
guy.
when I know I'm going to go fishing, I play this album leading up to a fishing trip, and I didn't do that. Number one, because I wasn't here, but I played it first tonight because coming back off a fishing trip, what turned into a little bit of a fishing trip, I felt it would be appropriate, and it's a Grown Man Record Night staple, of course. Les McCann fished this week on the old Blue Note label.
Yeah.
Classic record night fare here, and love this album. It's not my favorite Les McCann, and there's some slower numbers, of course, on here. Les will have some slower numbers, but that doesn't mean they're bad. They're just, they're a sometimes treat, just like cookies.
Dude, that was the perfect thing. Like, I bought all my records today, and I got home and started listening to them. And I bought 5 records, and I listened to all 5 of them. And they literally, the last one finished at like 8:28.
Wow.
And then you started the program.
Yeah.
And then you played that, and like it all gelled. It all flowed together. Great evening.
Hell yeah. Can I make you full screen? How do I make you, hold on.
I don't know.
Solo layout. Oh, there we go. Sure. Oh, that's even better. Why wasn't I doing this before?
Wait, what?
Solo layout.
That's just me, though.
Mike, Bobby says he goes to the res and gets 200 cigarettes for $10, whereas a pack of smokes at the store is $16. That's up in Canada there. Bobby's up in that.
I've heard of people going to reses before.
Wow. I like the Canadian cigarettes come in them weirdo packs. Do all of them come in those weirdo packs, Bob? They're more flat and wide. Things are always just a little different in Canada. That's why I love Canada. Everything's just a little. The most simple things that are just like what we do are still just a little different. They're called a deck of cigarettes.
I like Australia for that same reason. Like it's still a lot like America, but just they do things a little bit different,
Yeah.
But you can totally relate on almost every level, probably.
Like French fried potatoes and tomato sauce.
Is that a Canadian thing?
It's Australian.
Really?
It's in that chat song.
Oh.
Pub feed.
Yeah, I know they have smokos instead of going out for a cigarette break.
Correct.
They go for smoko. I love that. How great is that?
Yeah, this was stuck in my crawl this week for some reason. I was thinking about this when I was making that long drive back. That's when I was like, man, I kind of want to hear this record when I get back.
It's a 5-hour drive down there?
Yeah. White Snake. Yeah, I know I'm not used to going to the coast for 5 hours, but I'm telling you, like, I'm going to rip this fucking shrink off. I don't like shrink anymore. I cannot stand shrink anymore.
Yeah, I can't either. One of my new albums is a gatefold, and the shrink just totally messes up the whole experience.
But anyway, the thrill of the night or whatever, it comes on classic rock radio all the time, right? Doesn't matter. I still, when it comes on, I get so soured on a lot of like classic rock stuff they drive into the ground. But when that song comes on, I still crank it the fuck up, especially when it gets to that the strings part at the end. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 ba. And I think I realized tonight as we were listening to it, I think it's because I've written no less than 40 riffs that are very, very similar to that. Whoever wrote that riff, like we write very similar riffs. That even though it's on strings.
Jerry. Hey,
It's a very Mikey-esque riff, I'll say. Who the fuck is this paging me? 546 and owning. Still yawning.
Hey, look, everybody in the chat, this is Jerry. Jerry's my friend and my flatmate.
Correct.
We're flatmates.
And we
share a flat.
He's the
son
of Kitty.
Your Kitty.
Of my Kitty. That's another Jerry. That's a different Jerry.
This is the Jerry.
Dude, I don't think nobody else is going to understand this. I don't think I told you this, but literally on the day Finn died, like the anniversary, I was up in New York, and I was watching a Seinfeld episode because I was only watching Seinfeld and Friends while I was in New York.
You texted me a picture of Jerry and Jerry City.
Oh, because yeah, I think after that I realized he was straight Friday Jerry'd on the anniversary of Finn's death. There was there was a Friday Jerry.
Well, that's fucking perfect then.
Yeah, I lost it. But anyway,
did you cry?
I might have.
You cried
For a Friday I may have.
Was. Grown men don't cry unless they need to.
Aaron Griffin cashing some banana bucks because this is also the anniversary of Dimebag Darrell getting fucking killed, which is fucking shitty as hell. What a shitty ass way to die. I guess he died on stage, so whatever. But Project in the Jungle, I've only got that early Pantera on vinyl. The stuff when they were like kind of more of an 80s an 80s rock, 80s metal band. And I dig this stuff a lot more than I do the super aggressive Pantera nowadays. I still love that stuff, but I guess I kind of got burnt out on it or whatever. This is an unofficial release. We used to call them boots. I don't know. It's black vinyl. No, it's like a dark green vinyl. Like an opaque green. Maybe a mauve. No, wait, is mauve green? I just wanted to say that. But killer record. If you've never listened to it. Refill. Those early Pantera records are best. Yeah, I like them now. I love those aggressive ones, and like, I think I've heard Metal Theologian say before that Mob is more of a pinkish color. Okay, all right. I was just wishful thinking. I've heard Metal Theologian make the and I totally hear what he's saying, especially coming from like the generation he comes for, where he says like Pantera kind of ruined heavy metal in the fact that it was like a different vibe, and then Pantera were those that's when it became like jock metal and like tough guy metal and like guys that get in fights in parking lot metal.
That's when it became far beyond driven.
Yeah, well, and I understand that, but it just so happened that was the same age where I was getting like starting to like, you put on fucking heavy aggressive music and flip the fucking desk over in your room and get pissed off or like whatever.
Right before the big game.
Yeah, sure. And so like Pantera was like perfect. And it was like they were scary. Like when you first saw like those were scary. It reminded me of some of the first bands I saw at the tavern when we went. Some of those guys were scary. Like shaved head dude, like walking, stomping around, all fucking pissed off and shit. Like
10 years older than we were.
yeah, that was scary as fuck. It's like this guy could beat my ass right now. Like it was one of those vibes, and like I get that maybe like the metal scene wasn't like that back in the day. But I didn't know any better. So, because he said, it started with that, and then it kind of went on the decline, and then eventually you get like fucking new metal and that kind of shit. And it started there, and then it went down to that. And I hear what he's saying 100%, but and I don't necessarily know that I disagree, but a little upper decky lip pillow, taking a trip to Zen City.
Aren't you going to offer me one aggressively?
Look,
as you do every time we're near each other. No, you got to try one. You got
just grab one.
You'll like it.
Just try
You'll
one.
Like it.
It's better than cigarettes. Look, those are going to kill you.
I had one at the Cubs game, and
grab one. Take it.
I wish I could, man. I really would right now. Except I'm already smoking because I'm in my own house. It means I can just smoke whenever I want. And
Correct.
Guess how many cigarettes a day I smoke?
I don't want to.
70.
No way. No shot at 70 cigarettes. Don't.
It's not.
Don't even fucking tell me it's 70.
It's not 70. I'm not saying I've not smoked 70 in one day before, but that's not been. That's maybe once or twice when I'm fishing and drinking all night on Adderall. Who knows? I may have smoked that many cigarettes.
Personal pan Terry pizza. Obesity is now the leading cause of cancer, no longer cigarettes. So you're good. Boom. Ron coming in with science facts. And Cameraman is a scientist, so he would probably appreciate that.
Well, hey, check this out.
Show us do some science.
I'm also a cancer patient, or was. I'm no longer a cancer patient, but I'm a cancer survivor, they might say.
Did you have a navigator?
I had a Netscape.
No, different. You have
Netscape Navigator.
No, different.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about then.
To navigate you through your cancer journey. That's the appropriate way to designate that process. The cancer journey. It's not a diagnosis or treatments. It's a cancer journey. All that together is a journey. I got
diagnosed and then treated.
Sure.
And I had an oncologist who, by the way, died of cancer.
I know one of those.
Shortly after I was done with my treatment. My oncologist died of cancer.
That's reassuring.
That hit hard.
Harman Kardon.
Hey, Barry White smoked about 7 packs of cigarettes a day. Nice. That's how he got that fucking bass in the voice.
Oh, of course. Holy shit. Switched the vibe up with a little Dennis Coffee and the Detroit Guitar Band, a little Evolution action. God.
I enjoyed that.
Boy. Do I love this record. Look at the back cover, too. This back cover is a fucking vibe. Look at that shit. Tell me this motherfucker don't know how to have some fun. I mean, look at that denim crotch.
It's a mid-jump. I want that belt buckle, too.
Double B? Like a belt buckle. I was thinking about a belt buckle the other day. I was going, maybe it's when I was out of town. I'm thinking of like souvenirs, and I'm like, oh, what do I want to get? Like, I don't.
Why do you have me full screen and you little screen? It should be the opposite of that.
I mean, no.
Nobody wants to see. Nobody wants. You got much better. You got records behind you. All I got is an office.
Yeah, but
And you can't even. My screen is so washed out. You can't. Even, I've got cartoons playing back there, but you can't see them.
No, it's blown out.
How do I fix that? Put my hand over it so it auto corrects.
I don't know, dude.
Look, there's a turtle. Oh, the end.
A butt turtle? I mean, I can do.
There, you can kind of see that. Nope.
See, I can try to do something, but see, here's the thing: when I start trying to do stuff,
it messes up. Just don't do it. There. How's that? You can't see that either. See, the problem is with this StreamYard, I can't like adjusting to my camera settings. It just says what quality, 720, okay, that's it.
Sure.
I can't do any other adjustments. I mean, maybe there's an app where I could like download the camera specific software and do all that mess, but
I mean, I could do something like this.
it seems a little more complicated.
Maybe I'll be fair and I'll switch between the two. How about that?
There you go.
I can switch between I can switch between the two.
Nobody wants to look at me.
Well, you're the guest. You have to. People look at me.
Yeah.
People look at me 5 days a week over here.
Actually, put me in the bottom left because that's where guests sit on talk shows.
I was gonna do that, but there's a bug down there. Also, this is a way for me to get rid of the StreamYard logo, which I don't like to rock.
Put the bug in the other.
That's further adjustments.
All you gotta do is change things.
Nope. No change.
Am I pointing in the right direction?
No thing. No change. Looks like you're Banana's lawyer. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me tell you.
Far from that.
That's a.
Although I did give you legal advice recently when you asked about would you get in trouble if you let your vehicle's registration expire. It's fine. You can let your vehicle's registration expire.
I thought it was that homeless
you don't even have to
man
insure
thing.
it. You don't have to insure it or anything. You can just let it sit in your driveway, uninsured and untagged, as long as you don't drive it on public roads.
But
I've got two of those right now. I got a Jeep in the garage and a Subaru sitting outside for the past 2 years.
But you also told me it will never be murder if you run over a homeless person. It will always be manslaughter.
I never said that.
Manslaughter is the worst you can ever get for killing a homeless person.
You
said that.
I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth.
That's
I know nothing of what you speak.
That. Did he say Supra?
I'm just gonna sit over here for a minute.
A friend, the only Supra I've ever ridden in, cameraman's friend of his family. They had, what was it, a '93 Supra?
It was the early '90s. It was the third gen Supra, I think, second or third gen, twin turbo. It's a pretty sweet car. I think
that was a sweet car. They still have it?
I think so.
I used this as a buffer in between. Chibo came in tonight, which was great. The first time he showed up and watched us on the program. Appreciate you guys being nice to him and shit. Give him a sub.
Chibo's a good cat.
He is, and he wanted to hear some suicidal Miss You catching some banana bucks, so he could do that, which he'd have to do that. But he had to walk the dogs, and so I put this on in the interim. I can't get enough of this record. I bought it a few weeks ago. Civic's Future Forecast, Australian band, fantastic punk rock stuff, came out a few years ago, and love this album. I can't get enough of this lately, and so I was like, oh, this is a great little chance to play this again, because I just fuck it because I want to. Great record, and shouts to Ryan Kidd. The Kid turned me onto that.
Hey, that's my name.
No, different Ryan.
Well, it's still my name.
That's still your name. He turned me on to those guys a couple years ago, and finally picked that up. Something that was an early record night stalwart that we've not really played in probably a good while here. 13th Floor Elevators, and this is one of those. Like, it was like a $15 reissue, so we're not talking like pristine audiophile quality, I guess. But it's always sounded good on my system, and like I've always really enjoyed it. But it's one of those kind of gray market, I would assume, one of those gray market companies, like in the jazz world, if you're talking about like
made in the Czech Republic,
like Wax Time, like Wax Time in the jazz area. Where it's probably MP3 slapped down on a hunk of wax, but I don't give a fuck. This sounds good to me, and we've always had a lot of fun. Listening to this on the show, so that's all I know about it. I remember all the fun we had. What's up, Merv?
You've had that for a long time, haven't you?
13th Floor. Is that on the International Artist label? It's a bullshit reissue, Merv, for sure. But it is on that label, which is cool to see. Anyway, even though this is This is a repro for sure. And suspect how they kind of got around to it, but you know, whatever. Whoa! Nebulous Prowler gifting a sub to Merv. Thank you, Prowler. 221 gifted subs to that fucking channel. Let's get some sub hype. Holy shit, I may have to shit these fucking pants. Figuratively and literally. Limerick
wouldn't be the first time to shit those pants.
Actually, I may actually do it limerically. When I have to shit my pants and in the bathroom time. That's if you shit your pants limerically, it's like that, right?
You got to rhyme.
Oh, a limerick has to rhyme?
I think so.
I'll be that insane on the microphone. Sorry, I had it.
Did you edit yourself?
Consuelo.
Consuela, yeah.
This is a heavy record. I made a little pilgrimage. I actually felt earlier this week, I'm making a little pilgrimage. And I was like,
you certainly did.
And I was like, you know what? I should play Pilgrimage because it's a super dope record. It's a heady record and it's a vibey record. But it's like heavy substance wise as well, not just like guitar tones and shit like that. But like every time Ohm does a record, and they've said this before, there's a lot of like Christian and Middle Eastern like overtones to the records. And while they're not necessarily practicing of any religion or whatever, they said that shit's it's not in jest. They're not making fun. It's not like quirky, like whatever. It's real shit. And so I think that's a pretty appropriate record. Ohm's Pilgrimage. Man, what a kick-ass record this is. And I think this is considered Byzantine art. Is that right? When they draw the religious figures like this, a little bit distorted. Yeah. I think it's considered Byzantine art.
Sure.
I don't know what angel this is supposed to be.
That's probably an archangel.
If it's archangel,
Gabriel or something. Right?
I hope it's Michael. If it's the archangel, I hope it's.
He's one
Michael.
of them, isn't he?
Correct. He's God's right hand man. He was the brutal motherfucker. Michael the archangel. He was the one with the fucking MMA skills, and that's why I'm fucking named after him. Let's hold that phone.
I'm sure your parents thought about the MMA aspect.
Absolutely.
And angels. I'm sure they thought about angels when they named
Michael the Archangel is the only angel that can perform a flying armbar. That's in the back. It's in the appendix.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen that reference.
Unless your Bibles had the appendix removed.
You're not lying there.
Have you had your appendix removed?
No, but I've had my gallbladder removed.
The same thing. That's the same organ.
Probably.
That's the same organ.
It's probably close to the same thing.
Yeah, just like a Fender Rhodes.
Yeah. Hey, can you put a J head over me for a second?
I could, but Ohm Pilgrimage. Somebody tell me what angel that is. JBC, what's up, baby? I said he's minus a gallbladder as well. I don't think Aaron Griffin has a gallbladder. You guys should start a support group.
Yeah.
I could help facilitate that. And
you could set up a Discord server for us.
I could do that. This is what we could say was too big of a J head. Okay? It's too big. That's too much score.
That's just over you.
Yeah, that's too much score.
That's way too much score. This is one of my favorite classic rock songs ever.
What's that?
This song. I fucking love this song.
What song?
This song playing right now.
In your ears?
Yeah, wait a minute. That's right. Sorry. I'm actually listening to music. It's Van Morrison, Gloria with Them.
Okay.
From 1979's compilation Best Of. Anyway.
Miss U is willing to donate her gallbladder. Sure.
You might want to keep that because once you
Gotta,
get rid of it, it makes it hard to eat fried chicken or
I like fried chicken though.
shepherd's pie. I mean, you can still eat them, but
Sure.
the bodily reactions are immediate and fierce.
I'm launching that fucking marbles action right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I want in on that.
Sure. Gallbladder is very important. Oh shit.
It releases excess bile so you can digest greases.
True story. I played with Bile and Nocturne on the same bill. You guys know
Hey,
the band Nile?
thanks for the
Bile?
J. Thanks for the J head, dude. That's good. That's good.
I mean,
On the fly editing right there.
I'm, you know, do the best we can here. Um, what are we coming over here? I'm looking for something. Why isn't that showing up? There it is. Standard by. I may have to lose your head for this.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll change the shot up a little bit.
Yeah, hold up.
I'll put a
I gotta remove. I'm removing Jay's head.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, too late. Well, that's okay because you're about to be off because we're going to this. Do your thing.
Doing what?
Exclamation point vote, then the number of the track you would like to run, folks. Exclamation point vote, then the number of the track you would like to run for tonight, folks. I may have to take a little quick piss. So, Cameron, this is a prime opportunity to tell everybody a story. Tell everybody a story. I gotta pee.
Let me. You gotta.
Nope.
Let me think of one.
Tell them a story.
Let me think of a story.
Okay.
I don't know what story to tell. I drove up to the North Carolina State Agriculture Lab today and did some work there. And in doing my work, I needed to get some water. I needed to get about 15 gallons of water into some buckets. So they had sinks near where I was working, but those sinks didn't have very good water pressure, and it would have taken a long time. So I asked the guy if I could get access to a janitor's closet, and he opened up a janitor's closet for me where, there was like a mop washout station, and I could get 15 gallons of water pretty quick. So it was kind of cool to get to see the janitor's closet at the State Agriculture Lab. The Steve Troxler Agricultural Center, or whatever it's called here. They had some washing machines in there, some really nice commercial washing machines. That got more of a slop sink. Yeah, they had one of those. It was really nice. Everything in there was, that building's, state funded and pretty new. So, nice facility. And I got to see the janitor's closet. The most interesting thing I saw in there was they had a box of those socks like you wear in the hospital. The ones with the grippy stuff on the bottom. Now, why would the janitor need a box of grippy socks? Is Steve Troxler dead?
What happened?
Steve Troxler's not dead, is he?
This story is sinking fast. What the fuck you been telling people?
About going to the Steve Troxler Agriculture Center and getting to see the janitor's closet.
Oh, yeah.
And they had some industrial washing machines in there. I needed to get about 15 gallons of water from a sink that could fill it up fast. And so the guy let me into the janitor's closet.
Also, fuck Taylor Swift as I perform a little wardrobe change right in the middle of the show. But
I won't in on that.
But do you remember at Finn's funeral what we found in that cabinet?
I don't remember what was in there. No, I don't.
Tuna, wasn't it tuna?
It was cans of something.
Cans of tuna.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why.
There was some cabinet that said like cats or something, or when we opened it up and there was like a case of tuna in there.
I think I took a picture of that.
You did. I'm
gonna try to find it.
Sure. All right, let's see what's leading for the We got 5 votes for number 32. I think that's probably going to be the wiener here. Sure. Let's race this fuck. Oh, look, it's fucking appropriate for Christmas.
What is?
The track we're going to run.
Oh, nice. It's snowy and Christmas. Exclamation point play, right?
Correct. Exclamation point play to get up in this game, folks. Do yourself a favor. Get in here and get a good spot. Don't be shy. We're all friends here. Well, some of you I'd fight on sight, but all pretty much friends.
That doesn't mean you're not friends with them.
Correct. I'm going to pour one of these shots.
I kind of wish I'd stopped and got more beers than I did. Well, it is midnight, so I guess I got one I haven't opened yet.
Sure.
I've got a soda here. I've got some chips here as well.
Okay.
Also, in addition to look what I got. You see this?
That's a beer, isn't it?
No.
No? What is that? Because it's going to be... Oh, Hanks. I almost bought some Hanks. Pumpkin spice.
You know where I got this?
Horrors.
You know where I got this?
Horrors.
Abby.
Oh,
I got that right out a year ago.
We got
I haven't
chip...
drank it yet, but
We got a chip chat coming from the kid and sweet tea tonight.
I got these for chips.
What is it? Little pretzel action?
Yeah.
Are those dots?
Dots? No, they're a Food Line brand.
Oh, FL. Sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this race going.
Hell yeah.
We got 16 motherfuckers. Let's take this shot first. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you guys hanging out. The vibes are high. The fist bumps are in. I may have to shit those fucking pants.
You probably should.
All right, let's run this race. What race? Ooh, that hit me kind of funny. That hit me kind of funny. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that pearl. Looking good. We've never run this track before. We don't have no track record for us. There you are. There you are, Cap.
Hey. Number 1, Razor Sharp.
Correct. Whoop. Somebody just went off the board. Nope. Off the board. Nope. You off the board. Boom. Whoa, Wizard. Oh, off the board. Or not off the board. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Wow. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa, what are those things?
Oh, off the board. Nebulous Prowler, close. Can he do it, folks? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, this is crazy.
What's going on?
I'm going back in time. Bam, 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 bam. Wow.
Dude, is this making any sense to you at all?
Sure. You ever restart Atari
Miss,
games?
you just won. Miss, you just won.
You ever?
I don't know what's going on here. I've restarted. Are you restarting this? Is that what you're doing?
No, 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 no.
Are you control open Apple resetting? Oh, wow, the track's on fire.
Wow. What the fuck just happened? Miss you. Making those power moves with those fucking shower shoes on. That's a good 105? I guess the track record's 33. That's crazy.
1933?
Incorrect. So we may have to, maybe we'll run us another one here. What a selfish lover. I prefer a shellfish lover. I like to fuck shrimp.
I like scallops. They're more mushy.
Yeah. But that, never mind. Never mind. Let's get a little dig of the week. Hey, you want to show off the records you got? When we were doing
Yeah.
dig of the week, I can do that. I can do that fucking big. I can do that fucking big screen. Hold that phone. Let's hold that phone. We're holding the phone. No, you're on the television camera.
I'm holding the phone as well, also in addition to.
I don't think that's a telephone. That looks like a remote control.
It's a telephone.
No. Yeah.
So
Tell us what you got today, or tell us a story. Tell us where you went and what the vibe was. What did you end up picking up?
okay, well, I had an itch to buy some records recently, and today
Could be chlamydia.
it was in the wrong place to be chlamydia, I think.
Got it.
But you're right.
Sure.
Anyway, so I went to this place downtown that there's one in Durham and one in Raleigh, and they've been in business 10 years or so. It's called Hunky Dory Records.
I never been there. I want to check that out.
They've got a little bar in there, and they've got like 10 beers on tap. It's not a big place.
In a record store.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that, man. That was one of my things I wanted to do.
It's sweet. It's sweet. And they've got a pretty nice like in-house stereo system with some nice mid-70s Sansui wooden speakers. Really, really good stuff. Good sounds. Anyway, nice vibe, cool place. Had to deal with some construction getting in and out of there. It was a little hard to find. But neat vibe, and I found a few records there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start in the order that I found them. And definitely want to give props to Hunky Dory Records in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah, if you play it, say it. That's what they always say.
Yeah. And I will share these with everybody. Next time I'm up in High Point, we'll play these. So well, the first one I ran across in alphabetical order, obviously, was, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
The Dillinger Escape Plan with Mike Patton.
Dude, where's my during the week fucking record night friends over on Twitch when we're gaming and shit? I just recently played the fuck out of this.
You have this?
No.
Oh.
I've almost bought it so many times, and back in the day, and I've streamed it a bazillion times.
I'd never even heard of it until today. I just ran across it randomly.
James owns it and has brought it over on a very the nasal napalm that you were running the camera when he came over. James brought that record. Remember the first time James came over?
Yeah.
Yeah. He brought that record, and I've been listening to it before then. And back in the day, this is
old.
Yeah, this is what really sticks in my craw is like when this came out, because it's an EP. There's not it's probably like 17 to 19 minutes of music on here.
2010.
Yeah, but
and 2002. I don't know which is which. But.
When it came, no, more like 2002. The 2010s.
It's got both dates on the back.
Yeah,
here.
10 would be the issue of the record. Did you get that used?
No, that was new.
But when it first came out, the shit was like $13 to $15. And now if you want that, it's $20 to $25, even though it's a fucking EP.
I paid more than that.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about it.
It's great.
I've heard of Dillinger Escape Plan. I've heard of them. I couldn't, for the life of me, I had no idea what they sounded like. But I saw With Mike Patton, and I was like, it can't be bad. I mean, no, actually, it can be very bad.
Released in 02, reissued in 10. Yeah. Yeah,
Mike Patton can make some really, like, some stuff that just really gets at you a certain way, but if you like Mike Patton, it's going to be good.
And there's a cover on that of Aphex Twin's Come to Daddy with Mike Patton singing and Dillinger Escape Plan doing the music. And that is worth the price of admission right there. I think it's a great album regardless.
It sounds like Bungle, dude.
Whoa! High Defamation has gifted 1 subs to the community. What's up, Raw Power, Eric Bauer? Coming in strong, bouncing that fucking gifty right off the fucking forehead. Holy shit. That's a total of 27 gifted to the channel. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother. That's such a great record, man. And I've almost bought it 2 weeks ago. There's a new batch of reissues that came out. They did like a little something or repackaged, made a little color variant, maybe remastered. I don't know what they did, but there's that initial press, that 2010, which is what you've got, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of went away and you couldn't find it as much. And there was a new one that came out just a few weeks ago that's much pricier and
a new version of this record.
Yeah, and it's like color variant, different or whatever. But it's still,
oh no, this is black.
But whatever. But anyway, continue on.
I'm pretty sure it's black. I'm just.
That's inappropriate. Inappropriate. We don't see color here.
I think it's it's unhued.
Unhued.
It's unhued.
Sure.
So this is the second thing I ran across at that same record store, Hunky Dory Records in Raleigh, North Carolina, downtown. Cool little place. I didn't have a beer. I should have had a beer when I was there, but I was just.
Of course.
Actually, you know why I didn't? Because I had to meet somebody from work to pick up a tool I needed from them, and I was in there browsing records, and he called. I was like, okay. I had to meet him, up at the farmer's market in the parking lot to exchange things. Anyway, so I had to leave short, so I couldn't hang out, and I didn't even look through the whole store, but I got through the whole back wall, and this was the second thing I came across.
What is that? Oh, Flipper! What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, dude.
What do you know about this?
All I know is you like them because Kurt liked them.
I do really like them.
Yes, and dude, it's awesome. It's really good. It's really good. I couldn't leave this in the store.
Was that was it used or like a new reissue?
No, it's used. I don't know if it's a reissue, but it's a used.
When's it from? You said like 84?
Let me look at it a little closer.
Let's take a look. Going for a closer look.
Yeah. Okay, so it's got an inner sleeve.
Now the date will be on the bottom corner.
It's got
down at the.
It's got a paper sleeve also.
Sure.
And this is the outer cover. Oh well, look, it's worn. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah, it's worn.
It's worn here. There's no ring.
It's worn haze.
Speaking of hay, I almost bought a Colin Hay record.
I saw one recently too.
I almost bought that. Oh, there's something else in here.
Who can it be knocking?
Oh shit, dude!
Door?
Look what's in here.
Go away. Don't come.
Are you seeing this?
Subterranean Records. Little catalog action. Dude, that looks like an OG.
I don't know what's going on here.
I'm gonna trade you 4 or 5 records you really, really want for that record.
Nah, dude. Nah. I've already figured this shit out.
I bet I can come up with a package that I can get that record off of you.
No, you're not trading me shit for this. This is your Christmas present.
No.
No, I dug this record for you today.
No.
I would have bought this without you. So this is I'm pretty sure this is an OG flipper from where'd you say the bottom corner somewhere, where the date would be.
I don't know. I was joking because remember when we were in New York and you're like, I know where the fuck dates are on records. Why are you telling me where dates are?
Yeah, no, but seriously, this one I can't find. I need your help.
If Scotty's in here, he'll know.
I want to say it was like 84. I think
you texted me 84.
Yeah, I think I looked it up. Anyway, yeah, this looks to be OG, but this is your Christmas present.
No. If that's my Christmas present, I'm going back and getting that fucking Peanuts lunchbox for your Christmas present.
No, I don't want that thing though.
You want it in your house?
No, I don't. Mike,
why don't you want that set up on your shelf?
I just don't have any room for shit like that.
Bullshit. How many
I don't-
square feet is your fucking house?
No, the thing is, actually, I have room, but
Check the
I
label
don't-
for the year. Look on the inner label, like the label of
Oh,
the.
that's a good idea.
Ron's using cents here.
1982.
82.
82.
I was in kindergarten.
I would have also been in kindergarten.
Sure.
That's a pretty cool score, though, man.
Fucking A it is.
You know what else I think is a cool story about it? And this is another reason it's your Christmas present. Is because we were in New York, right? And
Yeah.
we went into a store and there was a Grail record.
Yep.
I bought one of my Grail records at that store. What was
Yep.
that store called? It was the second
I
one
don't
we went
remember.
to.
I don't remember. The guy was from North Carolina, actually.
Yeah, it was the guy from North Carolina.
He was from
working there.
Clayton.
Yeah. Anyway, so they had that flipper record in there for like $100,
Yep.
and it was like a reissue.
Yep.
And you kind of thought about it a second and then decided, nah. And then what happens within a month or two of that? You get a flipper record sent to you from somebody,
Nebulous Prowler.
and then I just randomly find one in Raleigh. This paper thing's not fitting right.
Dude, look, I'm drinking Keystones. When's the last time you had a Keystone? This is the camouflage
years.
counts where you're searching for the orange one. The orange one wins you a prize.
Is that the thing they're still doing, or do you have
Dude,
to
they're
find
they're $13.98 a fucking case. You know, the 15 pack is like $8. The case is like fucking 14 bucks. I'm set for the fucking weekend, and the dopest cup. The kid got me this cup like last Christmas. It came from like the Halloween store, but like, look at this cup. I broke
yeah.
one. Actually, the cats broke one.
Yeah, they'll do that. Okay, so I don't mean to draw this out any longer.
Draw it out.
Well, okay, I'll open another beer then.
Sure.
I could tell a story about the rest of the janitor's closet at the State Ag Lab. They also had paper towels in there.
Was it the brown paper towels we used to stain with popcorn watching 16mm films in elementary school? Those brown
Yes.
paper towels with fucking popcorn oil on it? Nothing makes my nips harder than that ever, ever, ever in my entire life.
You know, there's nothing in the world better at spreading around water than those paper towels.
Yeah.
They won't pick water up worth shit, but they'll spread it around better than a squeegee.
They're not the quicker picker-upper.
No,
That's
that's a
a-
better spreader-etter.
Spreader-etter.
Okay, here's my last record I got at the first record store today.
Okay. Oh. Meat
And-
Puppets, Lollipop.
I love it.
Yeah, you like the Meat
I love
Puppets.
it I love it even more than I hoped I would. It's
Really?
wonderful. This is 2011. I didn't even know they had anything that recent. They might even have stuff more recent. I have no
They
idea.
do, they do.
This just happened to be in there, and man, it's good. So anyway, that's the three I bought at the first place, and then I went to School Kids Records, which you and I both have an opinion of.
School Kids Records is a classic North Carolina record store. Very famous, and they fucking suck nowadays.
Yeah.
They
Anyway,
suck now.
That being said, I looked past. Here's what sucked the most about them was they would have 8 copies of some album, some new album,
Sure.
or a reissue of an old album, and they would all be like $45 or $50. They would no markdown at all. Like obviously they overbought for a record store day or whatever happened.
Yeah.
And everything they have in there is super expensive. They actually, you remember those Stereolab albums I bought in New York? That were like 3 LPs.
Yeah.
They have one of those, another one that they've redone in there. And in School Kids, it was like $45 or $50. And I bought that for $35, or an equivalent album for $35 in New York City.
In the Village in New York City.
At that record store where that's the second place, the same place that had.
And that place was not cheap. It wasn't a cheap place. They didn't have like.
No, but they had fair prices on their new records.
It was fair. It was fair.
And that's all I can really ask nowadays.
I'm buying a brand new reissue in New York City. You couldn't ask for anything better than that in there.
No,
like some of the prices, I was like, okay, yeah, it's $5 cheaper in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
I paid the same thing on Amazon as I did at that shop in New York City for that record.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to School Kids, and right off the bat in the newly arrived used section, I found
nice
Radiolab, Hail to the Thief.
Not Radiolab.
Radiohead, Hail to the Thief.
Yeah. Great album.
It's a double LP, but it's a 45. So why is it a double LP at 45 when it could have just been a 33 and on one disc?
Wider grooves, faster sampling rates. You know the technology.
Yeah.
They do sound great. I've got OK Computer done it the same way.
I don't think this sounds any better than the CD though.
You don't think?
No, and those Stereolab ones where they actually took 12 songs on 4 sides at 33, the sampling rate was like, it's running slower, so like they could fit more in, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well,
I think it's opposite when you get to analog, versus bit rate and whatnot.
My OK Computer that's done the same way sounds fantastic. Remember, I've had that forever.
Double 45.
Yeah.
OK Computer.
The only thing I hate about it is it's 45, so there's like 2 songs on a side, and you have to get up like if you're chilling like this, like hold on a second, I gotta switch the record. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. You might as well be playing fucking, like singles or something,
45, Joe.
Wah.
Okay, and I also got this at School Kids. And they had a lot of expensive stuff in there. I'm not upset with paying $30 for a used Radiohead Hail to the Thief. I probably could have got a new one for 35, but I was there and I bought it.
I rage walked out of that place the last time I was there.
I know.
Because they had whipped cream and other delights for $8 in there. And that used to be our gold standard of like, how much is Herb Alpert's whipped cream and other delights? How much more than $1 is?
Yeah, but where can you get that for $1 anymore?
That was the old standard. I mean, at least nowadays it's probably $2-3.
Collecting records is way different now than it used to be.
It is.
We really got lucky getting in when they were $1 still.
Sure.
You could get almost anything for $1 if you go at the right time, the right place, the right Goodwill. Okay, final record that I picked up today. This one, I think they undervalued it a little bit. Let me see if I can.
George Thorogood and Destroy. I don't have this one. I've got one other George Thorogood. I've got the.
This is released in 1979, and it's
this is 74.
Recorded. It's material recorded in 74, previously unreleased.
That's early.
They had it for freaking. Where's the price tag? There it is. You see that? $4.99. I think that's a little undervalued. So I win.
Sure.
I don't know, man. It's really good. It's really good. Anyway, that's my digs. I went digging today and I got that stuff, and I got you a Christmas present.
No.
Dude, you're gonna love it, man.
No, remember we don't do Christmas presents.
Yes, we do.
No.
Yes, we do.
We took an oath in 6th grade.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
That's not true.
Because our moms were starting to buy our Christmas presents for each other, and you were like, let's just handshake to not do this anymore. And we remember that? And we said, it was a handshake deal. Let me grab my digs. They're right over here. I got.
You're probably right. I probably agreed to that.
Yeah, we agreed to it. It was a handshake deal.
Mm.
My Angelo.
I'm still gonna give him that album.
My headphones.
I'm still gonna give him that album. Yep.
Aaron says, send it to him and I'll send it in a box to him. Have you ever been in like a, have you ever seen a record or like a collectible or anything you were into and you kind of like, especially with records, I've done this, where you see something and you're like, oh man, that's cool. But you still, for some reason, kind of pass on it.
Yeah.
Because it's like too much, or like, I'm going to do this instead, or like whatever.
Or what am I going to do with that?
And there's been a few times that where I've really regretted doing that. And only
not getting it.
Yeah. Having that remorse as I walk out of the store, I'm like, dude, you should have fucking got that. And I did that with my favorite record ever, that Les McCann Live at Montreux. Like, I passed on that so many times, and then I went back into the box. I was like, I'm going to buy it. It was $10, the first, like, $10 record I ever bought. And it was on the wall. And then when I went back in there to buy it, it wasn't there anymore. And I'm like, fuck, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You fucked it up, man. But then I was going through the regular stack, and they'd put it in the regular stack, and I was so happy.
What was that store called?
It was called Earshot, or it was either Record Exchange or Earshot. Now it's Hippo in Winston. But anyway, I did this with something that was not record related, and I wanted it so bad, and I passed on it, and it's really been stuck in my craw. And then I went back today because I was passing back by the place, and I went in there and picked up a really cool 45, but also they had what I wanted, what I've been thinking about in there. They still had it, and I was like, I have to get it. Not a record.
It's not a record.
No.
Oh, I thought we were doing Dig of the Week.
It is.
It's an action figure.
It's a Travis Bickle action figure.
Oh my God.
From Taxi Driver.
That looks really well made.
It really is. It's got
the stitching on the clothing that looks like a nice toy. That's not even a toy. That's an action figure. It's got
the gun in the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Articulated hands too.
Yeah, and it's very it's a pretty big guy. I mean, I got a big ass head, so it's about the size of my head.
Your head's about 3.5 feet.
Sure.
I was just about to say I like this song, but I just now remembered I'm listening to different stuff in my head than you are. Are you listening to anything in your head?
Yeah, we got music playing.
Okay.
Anyway, I can't get this to stand up because I'm stupid. But
I can't listen to your music or I would hear your voice echoing.
Yeah, look at that right there, but dude, I'm really happy. It's one of those. It's just one of those.
Oh my God, that's glorious.
It's one of those things. It was $12.
That's a glorious action figure.
Yeah. Tiny jeans, correct. We'll find a cool.
Seriously, it looks like real denim though.
Yeah, it feels really nice. But I was so stoked it was still in there, and I hated myself for not picking it up because that movie means a lot to me. It was right where I got into like film school and like was super into film, and it like at different points in my life that movie has meant different things to me. And like one day a real rain will come and wash all the scum off the street, all the trash off the street or whatever. But also when I was in there, and the last time I was in this antique mall,
a lot of scum on the streets.
Sure.
You can't be too careful.
Sure. Also in this place, the records, a lot of times you'll see like bullshit run-of-the-mill records for way too much money, which is pretty typical for an antique mall, you know what I mean? And so you'll see Best of Rod Stewart. It may have a fucking $17.99 on it or something, and you'll see you know, the best of the Gaithers, and it may, and I love the Gaithers gospel music,
the Gaithers,
but it may have a 995 on it, you know.
That name.
But there was a little box of 45s over here, and I found there was some decent stuff in there. They were $2.
A tube of bucks.
A tube of bucks. But
Yeah.
one thing in this stack that I couldn't pass on, especially in a company sleeve, on the Stax label, in a Stax sleeve, Rufus Thomas, the breakdown, part one
yeah.
and part two. And Rufus Thomas did the Funky Chicken. Some of the best fucking funky ass breaks of all time. And it's clean as fuck. It's super clean for a two, because I'm a little weird on 45s. Like, it's, you know, I want it to be.
I have a couple of those same era Stax 45s in that big haul I got from Goodwill that day. Remember that box up on top of your shelf? There's some of those era Stax in there. But
this one of the only things I was super interested in that actually had the company sleeve, and it was nice and clean. And the jams on this, I mean, like the takeaway is the jams on this are super funky, and like it's a lot of stuff that I know. Some of my favorite mixes of all time, like DJ Shadow and Cut Chemist, when they did like 45 mixes, they used a lot of Rufus Thomas in them. And I can't wait to jam that on a little fucking session, man. Yeah, lots of it's pretty pristine, Ron. It's not bad, man. And I've made this year. This year was supposed to be the year of the 7-inch with some cassettes mixed in, and I've strayed a little bit, but I still try to focus on those 7 inches to kind of, you know. And I got a couple of records that I sent away for. You ever send away for records?
I sent away for CDs.
Sure.
I've never sent away for records. Actually, no. I guess I have. I've got records through Amazon, so I sent a message away to somebody to say, "Hey, bring me this record," and they did. So
I sent away for a couple of records, and one I've got to think. I've gotten a lot of my good represses of modern hip hop, specifically Wu-Tang stuff from I think it's called Get On Down Records, Get On Down. And Sean Spence, when I was playing some Wu-Tang a couple of weeks ago, the last time we were live, who's like, hey, they're doing a Black Friday sale. And I knew there's one that was really missing in my collection. So I've got Enter the Wu-Tang. I've got the second Wu-Tang record. It was like 8 LPs I bought from these guys, right? Which sounds fantastic. I've got the Jizza. I've got Raekwon the Chef, and the one from that solo Wu-Tang experience that I was really missing, in my opinion. That I can kind of complete that cycle. Not that I'm not gonna pick other stuff up, but what I would consider is the whole and the quintessential was Iron Man from Ghostface Killah, and I picked this nice reissue up. What's considered the chicken and broccoli variant. That's the little. That's not the actual cover. I've not opened this. So we're gonna open it right now.
Sweet. Can't wait to see it. So you're gonna play it after the show?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I don't know where to open it. I'm scared I'm gonna mess it up.
Man, I messed up my Meat Puppets album opening it up today.
I've done that so many times. I'm doing the Gene trick. It worked. Fuck shrink wrap. I'm opening this first time you, first time me. First time you, first time me. Oh, that's like a that's like a little folder guy. I don't know what you call that.
Oh,
But the actual album's in the middle. It's got the brown paper.
I'm gonna do the same thing you're doing right now. This
Oh.
I'm also ripping off some. I'm ripping off some.
Here's your actual cover. This is, I mean, it's quintessential Wu-Tang. So let's check out what this chicken and broccoli. Is it chicken and broccoli or beef and broccoli? Chicken and broccoli. The
Either
chicken.
way, I don't like broccoli.
The chicken and broccoli variant of it. Nice. It's limited to, I don't know how many hundred or whatever the fuck.
Which side is chicken?
Got the brown and the green, chicken and broccoli.
Chicken's not brown.
Huh?
Chicken's not brown, dude.
I mean, that's why it would be more like beef and broccoli. I mean, it would be brown if you got some sauce and shit on it.
I guess, yeah. Sure. If you put some brown sauce on chicken, it would be brown.
Focus on the 7-inch, that's what she said. The precious shrink wrap.
Hey, check this out. If you take the cover off the meat puppets.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Dude. That's cool as shit, dude.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
Oh, it's also a gatefold.
This is like a vertical gatefold. Look at this.
Hey, look at our gatefolds. We're dueling gatefolds.
Hell yeah.
We've got
Can't wait to jam this.
We've got our gatefolds framed up.
Correct. Also, I sent away for, and this is what I was deep teasing before, the Winston-Salem connection. I pre-ordered this when it came out, when it was announced. 5 minutes after it was announced, and I've had this a while, still not spun it, because I knew I had these 2 trips coming up or whatever. The new, I need to hit that. The new Code 7. Brand new Code 7 record. Came out a week or 2 ago. Pre-ordered it back in, I don't know when. Friends of mine played a lot of shows with these guys, and one of my favorite bands from, they're from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and pretty well respected. I'm pulling this shrink, but I do want to save this. See if I can get this sticker off, or should I wait till I was sober to get the sticker off?
Which sticker?
I don't like the shrink, so here's what I do. I take the sticker off of the hype sticker off of the cover. All right. Then I peel that fucking shrink wrap off, right? Because fuck that. Nice little gatefold action.
Gatefold.
Check out. I don't know what this looks like. I forget which.
A lot of gatefold action this evening.
Yeah, I got this variant. I can't wait to play this. These guys are one of my favorite bands, and also, at least Jeff Jenkins, the singer, one of the fucking homies. Steve knows him as well. What I'll do is I'll take this fucking hype sticker that I peeled off of the shrink wrap, and I just put it on that fucking inner sleeve like that.
Hell yeah.
That way I can tuck it away back in here and like whatever.
Can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, I mean it's not, you know, they started off as a very hardcore band, and then they went kind of like Radiohead mixed with like a Mike Patton vibe or something.
So like, as far as how new, like immediately new.
Oh, It's the first record they've released since 2006, I believe, and it came out like a couple of weeks ago. And I pre-ordered it as soon as it was announced, which was like a month or so ago. So
that would have been in November at some point.
Probably, or like late October, early November.
I like the idea of a late October.
Yeah, I do too.
We should take a vacation to Lake October sometime.
Lake October sounds nice. Sounds nice.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Bill says that's what he does. Stick it on the sleeve like that. Van says he sticks the hype on the plastic sleeve. Yeah. Right now I'm out of plastic sleeves, so I got to pick some more of those up. I've covered only very little of my collection with proper sleeving and shit. But that's kind of the dig of the week action right there. Some good stuff, man. Like I felt pretty good about this one, I have to tell you. Especially a couple of these records, like I've been. The Code 7 came while I was in New York. It was waiting on me on the porch, and the
you're lucky it was still there.
Yes, and the Iron Man was the Ghostface Killer was waiting on my porch when I came back from Fripp. And I told Jay, I was like, hey, if you want to come by the house and fucking smoke a brr, and I think I got a record waiting on the porch or whatever. Jay was like, oh yeah, but I'm in a tournament in Winston-Salem. We're playing hockey or whatever. Like, oh, okay, cool, no big deal. And I came back like a couple of days later, still sitting on the porch. Fucking 30, 40 degree temperatures outside. I mean, I guess that's better than 90 degrees. But
30 degree temperatures ain't gonna hurt a record.
I was like, okay, thanks a lot, asshole. Thanks for leaving my record out there. Sure.
Hey, man, you could have asked my parents to come by and pick it up for you.
I mean, my mom would have come and done it for sure.
Well, that's what moms are for.
Yeah. But good stuff. What if we take a quick commercial break, get a little soda speak and chip chat action when we come back here in just a moment?
I got a soda ready.
Yeah, you do yours, I'll do mine. Because mine's nothing special. When I do these solo shows, a lot of times the stuff I pick up, because the stores I go to are pretty ghetto, they don't have a lot of craft sodas.
well, mine is actually very special and apropos to the events of the past week or so.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 1-year-old soda.
Dead people.
Say that. Yeah.
What's up, Noisy Beast? All right, well, you gotta stay tuned for a couple of minutes and do it, or I'll get really pissed off.
We don't want you to get pissed off.
Grown Man Record ought to be back in a minute. Stick around.
We now take you to the palace where the Chesterfield king is about to knight a loyal subject.
The flat side of your sword, King. Remember what happened last time?
Yes. Now, dost thou swear to enjoy the Chesterfield king, the king that has everything? I dost. Good. And, I dost appreciate Chesterfield king's big length, like, you know? And the smoothest taste and, the smoothest natural tobacco filter of any king. 'Cause it's packed more smoothly by Accurate. You know what I mean? Yeah, do I? And now, by this royal carton,
Rise, please.
I dub thee a true Chesterfield knight. Every time. Well, if you like your pleasure big, smoke for real. Smoke Chesterfield, the king that has everything. Please.
If you look as broad as this, and you'd rather look as slim as this, try the AIDS-reducing plan. Delicious-tasting AIDS candy contains vitamins and minerals, no drugs. Taken with a hot drink before meals, AIDS helps you curb your appetite. You eat less because you want less, so you lose weight naturally. Thousands of men and women have lost weight on the AIDS plan. You can too. Why not try AIDS? They work.
Don't worry, Mom. I'm eating right.
Don't worry, Mom. I'm eating right.
Don't worry, Mom.
He's eating right. They're eating right here in an Arby's roast beef restaurant. Eating Arby's slow-roasted, so wholesome roast beef sandwiches. Slices and slices of tender roast beef. The kind of roast beef Arby's takes the time to make right.
Don't worry, Mom. I'm eating right.
Don't worry, Mom, they're eating at Arby's.
How do you know if you're watching Out of Control, the Nickelodeon TV show? It's easy when you remember this helpful guide. An out-of-control car goes... An out-of-control skier goes... But an out-of-control TV show goes... Once again, out-of-control car... Out-of-control skier... Out-of-control show... Out of control. It goes like... Sundays on Nickelodeon.
Football town in America.
11.
USA #1, razor sharp.
Perfect razor sharp.
Yeah, I wasn't, because I was at the helm. I couldn't grab my stuff.
What stuff?
Tell everybody a 45-second story.
I need 45 seconds to come up with a 45-second story. Pretty soon they're going to finish up the 440 bypass, or 540 bypass down south, the outer belt line. It'll be done in the next 6 years or so. So that's good. They've done a good job with working with roads and building things. They had to plant some trees, dig some dirt, but I think in the end they pulled it off.
What happened? It doesn't matter.
Soda Spoon.
Correct. Not a super exciting soda for me. I'll do mine first. I'll save yours for a second.
Okay, because mine's pretty special.
Sure.
I hope it tastes good.
Let me get rid of this Zen City here. So, I don't know where this shit comes from. I think we've done it on the program before, but I was kind of limited tonight. Diet Right, Pure Zero. I think this comes from the company that makes RC Cola. If I'm not mistaken, if you know what an RC Cola is, Diet Right. It's been around for a long time, but now they call it Pure Zero. So it's a different take on a Diet Cola, which that's what I'm about here. Sting City.
Yeah, that's not very special at all, is it?
Royal Crowning Cola. I mean, it's special. It's got a nice bouquet to it for a diet soda.
I'm going to start a Reddit thread called Depression Sodas.
It's nothing but Shastas.
There's one called Depression Meals where it shows people's meals. And they're like, I'm so depressed, this is all I can eat. It's like some of them are good and some are dog food. How is it? Did you gulp it?
I did. Man, not as good as I remember. Because I love an RC Cola.
Well, that's not an RC Cola.
No, but I think it's their version of a diet.
But Diet RC Cola is called Diet RC Cola.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
Yeah.
You've seen a Diet RC?
Yeah.
It
maybe not.
It actually tastes worse than a store brand. You remember I get those store brand diet colas, you know?
Oftentimes store brand cola is good.
Yeah. This is it has a lot of fizz to it, but it's
well, it's got that going for it.
I taste a lot of chemically
faked sugar.
The chemical is strong with this bitch. Really strong on the chemical. I used to kind of fuck with this soda a little bit. I don't think I'll be buying this anymore.
Well, now you know. No one's half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
A real American.
Pork chop sandwich. What the fuck are you kids doing? You fucking idiots. Pork chop sandwich. Yeah. It's not good.
Where's it from? Who makes it?
Let's take a look. Should I call them up and tell them how much they suck?
If there's a number, we'll call it.
I don't want to ruin it. Dude,
you don't want to ruin what?
Look how, okay. The hat, the fucking hoodie, and the glasses.
The glasses match.
I don't know. Doesn't seem like an amateur production to me.
No, it seems like you meant for that to happen.
Produced under the authority of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Plano, Texas. It's a sucralose diet soda, so it's not even aspartame. It's
Dr.
sucralose.
Pepper 7-Up,
which is a little better.
RC's not Dr. Pepper 7-Up.
No, I don't know what this is.
It's his own thing.
I don't know what it
Dr.
is.
Pepper 7-Up.
Caffeine free too. What the fuck? It's caffeine free. Oh, it says, that's why it says pure zero. 0 calories, 0 caffeine, 0 sodium. 0 flavor other than chemicals.
0 enjoyment.
There's a phone number.
There is?
Correct.
What is it?
Hey.
My phone's a little low on juice, and I don't have a charger nearby.
Low on juice?
Juice. Oh, you're calling it up. Nice. Hey, put me on speakerphone.
No. 4, 8.
5, 7, 4, 6, 6, 5.
Calling diet right.
6.
English. Anything? Appuyez sur quoi? We're sorry that we can't take your call right now. Our office is currently closed. We're excited to talk to you soon. Our regular business hours are from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday.
Why she sounds so nervous?
If this is a medical emergency, hang up and dial 911.
Wait.
If your call is of an emergent nature and you require immediate assistance,
wow.
1-877-275-063. You can also learn more about Keurig Dr. Pepper and all the products we offer by visiting KeurigDrPepper.com.
Keurig?
Keurig Dr. Pepper?
For a list of nutritional facts, please visit productfacts.com.
How could you
Thanks again for
accidentally...
calling Keurig Dr. Pepper.
How could you accidentally call Keurig Dr. Pepper?
And they just hung up.
In an emergency. Hey, if it's an emergency and you accidentally call Keurig Dr. Pepper, call 911 instead. How does that even get on the radar? To put that in the message. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm confused and disappointed. Confused and disappointed.
I wanted to leave him a little message.
They didn't even give you a chance.
Should I've written down that emergency number?
No, I remember it. It's 911.
No. They gave it another, not a medical emergency. They gave an emergency number. It's an 877 number.
They gave a Keurig 7-Up Dr. Pepper non-emergency number that wasn't 911.
Correct. Okay, but check this out. Check this out, though. Listen. When we do the holiday show in a couple of weeks,
right?
Correct. One of the benefits.
A tube of weeks.
One of the milestones we're going to hit. I think I've already decided. If you remember, we love calling the numbers on the back of chips and shit like that.
And sodas.
Correct. And we've called the Wrap Snacks number a few times now. And it's one of the only numbers where we don't leave a message, but there's actually a live service that answers the phone. And there's always this very pleasant, I think she's a British lady or Australian, I can't tell, that always answers the phone. And I've had some nice conversations with her, and she sounds really hot. Maybe just because she's British, I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's a large part of sounding hot.
And the second time I called, I said something like, I called here once before, and she was like, yeah, I remember you guys.
I remember when you called. That was one of the more interesting conversations I've had.
So, I think for one of the earlier milestones from when we do the charity stream, if we hit like a few $100s or whatever,
give her a call.
We're going to give the Wrap Snacks girl a call and wish her Merry Christmas.
Yep. That's a great idea.
If you guys were here for that, I think that would be...
I think that's a great idea.
Fantastic. And I'll explain. Look, we're raising money for charity, and one of the milestones for raising so much money was to call the sweet girl from Wrap Snacks and wish her a Merry Christmas. I think so. What's up, MT?
I think that's totally appropriate.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do that. Also, stand by.
Hey, you want to do my soda?
Excesso. Yep. Got to do your soda.
You jumped the gun, didn't you?
I jumped the G.
You forgot.
I forgot.
A special soda.
I F''GOT'd.
Why is this glare so bad?
Hard light.
Yeah. Here, this is a special soda that I got from Abby.
Yep.
Last year, about this, I think this exact weekend last year.
Yeah, probably so.
She gave each of us a little Christmas bag, and it was so sweet. And there's also, I still have one of those little strawberry candies that was in that bag. You know those little strawberry candies?
Yeah.
I got one of those. So I've kept this in the refrigerator since then. It's a pumpkin spice, Hank's genuine pumpkin spice soda. Harsh light again.
Harsh.
Here.
Like Dragnet light. Are you on the Dragnet set?
Yes. I'm actually.
Hey, Jerry, we're gonna take four 4Ks and point it at the talent and just see what happens.
I'm in Friday's office. Anyway, let's see what this is like. I'm not a pumpkin spice guy. Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I like pumpkin pie. It smells like pumpkin pie.
Sure.
That's really good.
Yeah?
Oh, that's really good. We've got...
Does it taste more like pumpkin pie?
It tastes like a bite of pumpkin pie, yeah.
See,
and it's not overly sweet at all. It's not like a punch in your mouth sweetness. Water, cane sugar, pumpkin juice, concentrate. That's pretty much all there is in it.
That's my thing when like the big thing was like the like pumpkin beers and shit. the first ones I had, and I was so like super excited about it because they taste like fucking pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
but it was
that's
a beer,
really...
and it was great. But then a few of those, like the Blue Moons, the pumpkin, and a lot of people really love those. I didn't really taste like pumpkin pie as much as I taste like...
I don't think I've ever had those.
Pumpkin, like out of the field, like pumpkin. And I don't like that as much.
This has got a sweetness and a little spice to it.
I like the sweet and the cinnamon and the nutmeg and all that shit together, you know?
This is nice, man. I'm surprised how much I like this. I didn't expect to even like it, but
it was
I
so
love it.
good he pulled his glasses off.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I was actually looking for a phone number. See, I have to
Telephone
take my
number.
glasses off. Oh, there's a phone number.
Telephone number.
You want to call it? I can't.
No, you have to. No, you have to.
I can't because my phone's about to die.
It'll be. Turn on your battery saver and just make the call.
I'll give it a try.
Sure.
I'm not sure how to turn on my battery saver though.
BS.
You just type BS. Hey Siri, BS. That didn't work.
Ask Siri to self-destruct. Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't.
Ask her to start the self-destruct sequence.
Hey Siri, start the self-destruct sequence. She's ignoring me.
Carl said, "Call them bitches." Carl's here.
Hello, thank you for calling Hank's Beverage Company. At the present time, our offices are closed. Our normal business hours
Can you
are
hear him?
Monday to
Correct.
Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you would like to leave a general message, please press 0. To leave a message
Zero.
for our sales department, dial extension 212.
Zero.
Marketing,
General
dial
message,
extension
0.
214. One moment, please.
You have to tell him something. Tell him a story. Make up some nonsense.
Hello, you have reached Judy Goodman. I am unavailable to answer your phone call at the present time. Please feel free to leave a message at the sound of the
No. You didn't end it.
I ended it. I don't want to waste. That was a real person. I
Yeah,
don't want
why
to waste
did-
her time.
No, you could have left Judy Goodman a nice message.
Well, hey, look, I'm gonna send you.
You could have wished her happy Hanukkah.
I'm gonna send you the number in a text, and you call her.
Nope, too late.
My phone's literally about to die
ruined.
here.
Nope, ruined.
Okay, well, there's a number, and I didn't want to waste her time when she gets back from her holidays.
Hanukkah.
Listening to some guy ramble about how much he likes pumpkin spice soda
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
but,
He didn't know he'd like it, but he loved it.
That's a feel-good moment.
Yeah.
Could make her feel good. Sit!
Potato chips, how my mom does do. Potato chips, how my mom does do.
Excesso calorious. Excesso.
There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying.
Crunchy, crunchy, don't bring me no
Those are
blood.
thick.
All I want is
Pompous.
potato chips. Potato.
Look at that.
Es delicioso.
Ah! Sting City. Now I got a really cool story for Chip Chat. So when we went down to the to Fripp Island, right? I met up with the kid. He was like, "Yo, I grabbed you a couple of chips from a local shop or a local grocery store we went to and shit." And I was like, "Oh, no way." I was like, "That's badass." And it was something that said Low Country. So we were in like Low Country, South Carolina. So I was like, "Yeah, that's perfect." You grabbed me a couple of bags, really cool flavors. So cut to the day I come back to work. So I got back from that trip on Wednesday. Thursday, I went back to work. And we had a retirement celebration for a friend of ours at work that's going to be retiring at the end of the year. And actually, it's the chick I named my cat after. Remember that, cameraman?
Which cat?
Buzzy Ciano Jolly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're in there, and so this lady who I love, she's very very good friend of mine. She was actually the boss of Sweet Tea when Sweet Tea worked at the station. So Sweet Tea came to the retirement celebration at the station. So I got to hang out with Sweet Tea on Thursday, which was great. And when we're getting ready to leave, she's like, "Hey, I got a couple of bags of chips in the car for you." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." So I go out to the car and I get these 2 bags of chips. Both of these bags are from the same fucking company that the kid gave me when I was down at the beach.
Really?
Yeah. And so
some random company you hadn't heard of before.
Correct. And one of the bags were duplicates. So Abby and Sweet Tea gave me the same bag of chips in the same week without knowing fuck shit about either one of each other, which is fucking crazy.
Hell yeah.
But both awesome ladies in their own right. And what we're talking about here tonight is the Kraft low country kettle potato chips and a spicy pimento cheese.
Whoa. That's an interesting twist on
Yeah, and I want to say these guys, let's see where they're out of. I mean, it's got to be South Carolina, obviously. Oh my God, I stuck that right in that fucking eyeball.
It says on the front, founded in Charleston.
Oh, yeah. Our thick, crunchy potato chips are cooked in true kettle fashion, small batched and handcrafted for an incredible low country taste. I just want to write this shit for a fucking living. I would be so good at it.
Yeah.
So good.
You would set the standard in chip copy.
But it is a Charleston thing. I'm sure Metal Theologian knows all about them. But I do want to write that shit for a living. Spicy pimento cheese, though. The kettle chip. Not a crazy amount of junk on the chip, but a good amount. For sure. Seems to be a pretty decently... Are you mumble fucking a bag or something?
I'm relying on you for all my flavor because all I have is some pretzels to crunch on. So, cheers.
That is unique.
Tell me about it. Because all I taste is bread.
The
crunchy bread.
The kettle reminds me of the Kettle brand chips. Oh, wow, and the spice really comes afterwards. I don't know what makes it pimento cheese. I taste a nice cheddar flavored chip is what I taste. And not only that, once you're kind of done and you're on the back end of the chip, the spice really comes through. Like a plain, like cayenne. Like just a plain Jane, like seasoned cayenne, which I love. I love to use cayenne to heat up dishes that I don't want to make like saucy.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, like even like chicken wings. Make like just fried, hard, crunchy chicken wings. Use cayenne to make it spicy without dumping sauce on it, which makes it soggy eventually. Especially if you eat them 2 hours later. I'll spit that on the microphone. Sure. If you're making a bunch of chicken wings and you're kind of grazing on them, you got some buddies over and you're kind of grazing on chicken wings, 2 hours later, those buffalo wings that you fried all hard and crispy are going to be soggy as fuck for the most part. But if you just use like a spice, like a cayenne, it won't do that. That's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of a good cheddar with some like either cayenne or like red pepper flake kind of thing.
Well, you raised a question earlier about what the flavor was, and you tasted cheddar. You said you don't know what makes it pimento. What makes pimento cheese? It's got like olives in it or something. I don't know what's going on with that.
It's mayonnaise and cheese.
That's it? No, there's little bits of what's that?
Little bits of pimento is
What's
red.
a pimento?
That's what's in the middle of an olive.
Oh, well, that's my question. What the hell's a pimento? What makes pimento
But that's
cheese
not
pimento cheese?
It's not. That's not really a flavor profile. Pimento is not.
But it's in pimento cheese.
It's just. It's like parsley. Really.
No, it's got little bits of red things in it.
Yeah, it's like parsley. I'm saying it's like void of flavor, like parsley.
Oh.
Just to color it up, make it look nice.
The pimento cheese is mayonnaise and
mayonnaise and shredded cheddar cheese.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah. I had my first smash burger today. You ever had a smash burger?
From where? Like in New York?
Hmm.
Were you in New York City just today?
But the one I had had bacon, an egg, and Duke's mayonnaise, and a fucking full-ass hash brown patty on it. Smashed.
Holy fuck. That
Smashed.
sounds amazing.
And the burger was all crunchy and crispy, like on the... It crunched like bacon, the burger did. It was so like crispy on the outside.
Oh my god, that sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Where from? A place called Smash Burger? That is a chain, right?
Yeah, they're in New York. I've seen it, but it's in Times Square. I hate everything in Times Square.
I like those people who try to give you free CDs, though.
Times Square is like the Disney World of New York. It's like it's not New York. You know what I mean? I mean, it is, but it ain't.
Yeah. It's for people who, when they want to go to the beach,
I've been there twice, motherfucker. I've been there twice.
You go to Myrtle Beach instead of, you go to the beach. Your idea of going to the beach is Myrtle Beach.
That's a good comparison. It's
your idea of New York City is the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company in Times Square.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we ate there. Could you imagine going to New York City and eating that fucking Bubba Gump or whatever the hell else is
or Sbarro's
is in there? Yeah, I don't know. Sbarro's was originally an NYC joint though.
Although a couple of the chicks I went with, like late night, they were like, "Yeah, we're taking that walk back down to Times Square and we're getting some Raisin Canes because we don't have them here." And they were like, "That's the best chicken fingers going," but.
Oh.
Me and the talent that I was working with, we just went for that fucking bar. We went to that hotel bar. And this is how I know.
What hotel were you in?
It was a Hilton Garden Inn or something like that. Like right there in downtown Manhattan.
I stayed in a lot of those when
Times
I was on the
Square.
road.
But me and her walked her. I knew her casually from doing some projects with her over the years. But we never really like hung out or whatever, but we locked up immediately. And she was like, "You want to go get a drink or something?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go get a drink." So we went to the hotel bar and I got like a Tito's and soda and she ordered like a Blue Moon and the waitress is like walking away. And she's like, wait a minute. She comes back, she was like, "Why don't you go ahead and bring me 2?" And I was like, "Yeah." And like, I was like, the fist bumps are in. Like, she ordered 2 beers at a time.
Well, yeah, that's the way to start the night out.
We were not starting the night off.
Oh, this was after the night was.
We were finishing the night off. It was like
it sounds like a fun trip, man.
Couple of drinks and go to bed. I'm like, I fuck with this chick right here. Like.
Does it ever work out like a couple of drinks and go to bed? Because a couple implies 2, but it's really more like 4 or 5 and then bed.
She had 3, I had 2. But mine were
a couple.
Mine were liquor drinks. Was good. I mean, we sat there at the fucking bar and chopped it up for a while and then cashed it in. But like, she's a power drinker like I was.
Were there? Did you throw any moist grenades?
It was a no grenade zone.
Oh.
It was during the ceasefire. I don't know if you watched the news or not.
Well, no, that fell through. So or something. I don't know. There was some news about it.
Yeah. Did you make breakfast in the lobby together? No, we missed that breakfast. I never eat breakfast.
Oh, I like a hotel breakfast.
Oh, I love a hotel breakfast.
I don't typically eat breakfast, but if I'm staying in a hotel that serves breakfast, I'll get up and eat some breakfast.
A hotel that's got like a hot breakfast. I've been down when the Five L's used to like tour around and shit.
Man, that Hilton Garden
I've
didn't
been
have
down in there
breakfast.
doing this number, shaking, making biscuits and gravy, like free breakfast.
Maybe the Hilton Garden Inn in New York City doesn't have a breakfast, but most of them do have a little breakfast down there.
I don't think it was free. I think the restaurant was open. You could go get you some breakfast if you wanted.
Sure.
I don't think you get free breakfast in New York City.
Yeah, come to think of it, I didn't get free breakfast
No.
in the hotel in downtown Orlando either.
No, the restaurant's open, sure, but like nah. Reginald Denny lives here. Raw.
Quality programming here, folks.
Absolutely. If you enjoy the stream, follow the stream. That's all we ask. Follow that stream. Speaking of following that stream, we're gonna go back over to the Twitch side of things. Got a couple of.
You gonna play some music over there?
I got some record albums I was thinking about playing. You ever seen them?
You showed them earlier.
You ever seen record albums?
I'm gonna go back downstairs and listen to it on the big stereo. If you're gonna do that.
Where's the Twitch graphic?
I don't know.
Can't ever find it when I want to see it.
Oh, it's Alt F2.
Nope, that's Alt F4 would work, but I Consuelo. All right. Thanks everybody for joining us. Been a lot of fun. I'm glad to be back doing normal shit. Sure. And
hey, it's been fun.
Hell yeah, boy. Hell yeah.
Everybody got to join me in the upstairs office.
Upstairs office.
Actually, it's the only office. There's no downstairs office.
Downstairs office is on OnlyFans.
This is where I take care of business.
Correct. We're gonna go back over to Twitch and listen to some of this Digs of the Week. We got some fucking Code 7. We got some fucking Method Man. Got some fucking Ghostface Killer. I got that Rufus Thomas 45. Gonna be a good time. Come over there and join us. And if not, I mean, fuck off.
You got that Mr. Meacham trio coming up too, don't you?
Correct.
That's
Correct.
One of my favorite trios.
Correct. Correct.
Nesta.
All right, Dan.
Mom.
All right, Dan.
Mom.
Yes, honey?
You know when we were talking yesterday?
Yes, we were.
You know